evening with your CIGTV News Update. I'm Edlin Ruiz in for Donna Bush. In our top story, the National Training Council held its second meeting today at the Georgetown Public Library. Minister for Education, Employment and Gender Affairs Tara Rivers spoke to the assembled representatives from various public sector agencies, the private sector and tertiary education institution about government's objectives for the group.
So it's about making sure we as a government take a joined-up approach to addressing TVET from the cradle to the grave, so to speak. So a big part of what you will be doing as a training council will be looking to advise on how do we strengthen the curriculum for both what's considered compulsory education, so those students that are still in primary high school, how do we actually create the enthusiasm, the interest, but also the opportunities that they can then continue on after leaving formal education to recognize where the opportunities are as it relates to further TVET training, but more importantly, employment, and making that connection between the training that they will and be able to take advantage of in greater numbers and greater opportunities as a result of your work, but also then making those connections with employers and making sure the training is actually fit for purpose. And as employer representatives in the room, you will be integral to ensure that that is the case.
Council members include a cross-section of industry professionals from across the Cayman Islands who are presently working to finalize a strategic vision and mission for the body.
The benefit and beauty of having such as council acting as in its advisory capacity to myself as minister with responsibility of education, employment and gender affairs is that they provide that understanding, knowledge, input and drive from the employers themselves. We want to make sure that whatever training programs the country develops and adopts is fit for purpose and ultimately will lead to real employment opportunities. And so what better way to do that than to work hand in hand with the employer representative groups themselves, who in turn will be charged to work with their respective industries to identify those opportunities and ensure that people actually have access to the jobs that are in the various industries.
The National Training Council was established by Cabinet earlier this summer and first met in July. Its role is to develop and manage a system of technical and vocational education and training that will ensure the development of a local workforce which meets the needs of the Cayman Islands labor market. In other news, the Cayman Islands is celebrating Recovery Month. To mark the 2016 observation, CIGTV will speak to the staff from the Department of Counseling Services every Thursday for the rest of September. The Counseling Center is the team within the Department of Counseling Services which is leading the Recovery Month effort. Therapist Dallas Durali spoke to us about some of the services which the center offers.
At the Counseling Center, we offer a variety of services for substance abuse treatment. We offer a lot of group therapy, we offer evening courses, and we also offer daytime treatment program options. These groups are for people who are in recovery, who are looking for relapse prevention tools, and who are really looking for support to support the lifestyle changes that they're making. We also offer individual, couple, and family therapy for individuals who are loved ones of those who are suffering from addiction.
Counselors emphasize that environment also plays a key role in addiction.
There is a genetic component to addiction. So if you've had parents or close relatives who have suffered from addiction, there's a higher likelihood of you developing an addiction yourself. But it's not purely genetic. It also depends upon the environment that you've been raised in, the things you're exposed to. For example, if you've seen domestic violence, abuse, if you've experienced different types of trauma. It also depends on your peer group and the people that you spend a lot of time with. So all of these things combine to contribute to a substance abuse issue.
Learn more about the process of addiction and recovery when we continue our discussion with the Department of Counseling Services next Thursday. Interested persons can also call 949-8789 or email counseling.services@gov.ky. In our final story, young Caymanians who wish to pursue graduate study in any field at a United Kingdom university have until early November to apply for the CHEVENING scholarships. This year's recipients, Richard Tyson and Christina Ross, recently headed off to universities of Leeds and Edinburgh, respectively. Her Excellency, the Governor Helen Kilpatrick, presented the young people with their CHEVENING letters at a private ceremony late last month. The governor's office promotes the scholarships within the Cayman Islands and is urging young people to apply to join the ranks of the 27 existing local scholars.
This year we're delighted that there were two successful applications from Cayman. So Richard and Christina will be going over to do one-year postgraduate studies in the UK. And applications are now open for the next year's intake of CHEVENING scholars. So the applications can be found on www.chevening.org/apply. So if you want to look there, you can find out all about the CHEVENING programme and how to make your application. I think what's great about the programme is that not only is it a fully funded scholarship and you can study in any field, there are no bars to the type of course that you can do as long as it's in the postgraduate field, but also it's about the people that you meet while you're on the course. The CHEVENING alumni network is quite amazing and it spans countries across the globe, and there are some very senior and influential people who are CHEVENING alumni. So this is a very prestigious award for anybody that gets to go on a CHEVENING scholarship. So I'd really encourage people to actually look into this and see whether it's something that might be for them.
Information about the 2017-2018 scholarships is available from the website www.chevening.org/apply. Caymanians interested in postgraduate study in the UK have until the 8th of November 2016 to apply. As always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Stay tuned for Education Minister Tara Rivers' International Literacy Day message, which immediately follows the news. And don't forget to tune into Radio Cayman's For the Record and Talk Today shows. I'm Edlyn Ruiz. Thanks for watching and have a good evening.